When you think about getting away from it all, this is a pretty good example of what you might be thinking of. At the southern end of the Cascade Mountains, where the Ponderosa and Jeffrey Pines meet the Susan River, is Lassen County's Bizz Johnson Trail.
I know it very well. I know a lot of the people who enjoy the trail. There are many, many regulars who are out here walking their dogs.
The Bizz Johnson Trail is surrounded by grandeur, but it's remote. And if you want to experience all of its beauty and history, I suggest tagging along with Stan Bales, recreation planner with the Bureau of Land Management.
You're the fun guy. You're the guy that plans out the fun.
That's the idea, to try and get people to enjoy public lands, use, share, and appreciate.
The Bizz, as it's known locally, is managed by the Lassen National Forest and the Bureau of Land Management. The trail is accessible year-round, but sometimes during a snowy winter, the trail is groomed for cross-country skiers.
But the trail climbs 1,300 feet going west, and so higher up and in the shading of the trees, it holds snow way into April and May sometimes.
The Bizz is pretty popular with skiers because it's relatively flat. The trail follows a former Southern Pacific Railroad grade built in 1913 and 1914.
It's a 25-mile railroad grade that was built to haul logs from the town of Westwood all the way back to Fernley, Nevada.
At one point, the town of Westwood was the nation's largest logging operation. It also is home to the giant lumberjack and fairy tale character Paul Bunyan.
And, a big, strong guy. He had Babe the Blue Ox. They talk about how Babe could tow a whole section of land.
Logging in the Westwood area ended in the 1950s, and the rail line was abandoned shortly after. Then, in the 1980s, U.S. Representative Harold T. Bizz Johnson secured funding to convert the abandoned line into a recreation site. And in his honor, the trail was named after him.
So what do you say? He got us the money through an appropriation to buy out the railroad.
The tracks have been ripped out, but relics of the railroad still exist.
What are we coming up here?
This is the first tunnel.
This is one of the first railroad tunnels.
Yeah, there's only two.
There's no snow and it's pretty dark in the railroad tunnels, so you'll have to carry your skis through them, but it's a short walk. The railroad bridges, on the other hand, offer a fantastic view. The tallest is the Devil's Corral Trestle Bridge, and it takes you high above the Susan River.
270 feet long and 70 feet high off the river.
Stan has a special connection with the Bizz Johnson Trail. Back when he started working for the Bureau of Land Management in the 1970s, his first big job was helping to build the trail.
Certainly, it's one of the best things I've ever done. It's just a major accomplishment.
Stan and other federal workers have spent their lives building and maintaining the trail, and today it's one of Lassen County's biggest attractions. And in the fall, thousands of people come to run the Bizz Johnson Marathon.
I get great satisfaction at seeing people out here enjoying the trail.
From the Bizz Johnson Trail, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the back roads.